just going to be the first of a series of quick clips to go through spreadsheets using Google Sheets, but the same principle applies in other types. In Google Sheets, this is quite handy, this button here. If you can't see enough info, scroll that down. You've got the size thing like any other doc, so I'll keep it up a reasonable size so that it's visible. Standard things apply. If you highlight a row, insert rows, and it'll go row, give you option row above or below, and the same applies, insert columns, that sort of thing. The first thing is the autofill. This is one of the good things about spreadsheets. If I start Monday, Tuesday, which is a known pattern, and then I highlight it, get the crosshairs in the corner, drag down, it will repeat that pattern. Because it's a known pattern and it goes through to Sunday and it starts again at Monday, I can carry that on as long as I like, and it'll just keep working through it. Same applies, and perhaps more helpfully, I don't know, with numbers, so I can do the same thing. And so I really just need two cells to establish a clear pattern, and then I highlight the top two, get the crosshairs in the corner, and I can roll it down. If the pattern's more complicated, it'll work fine. So if I make that 1, 4, okay, so I'm not counting numbers now, I'm going up in threes, and so it will assume that it's what I'd call an additive pattern. Now, the other thing I want to cover on this first clip is using formulas. Let's say this was the side of a cube, the length of it. Oop, I better put a B in there. Right, and I wanted to find the volume of the same cube with that length. Right, now the formula is the volume would equal side times side times side. So if I was writing it out, volume equals side, and then I use that for side times side. So, and the side is the same, that's the whole point of a cube. So to put that into here, I'm going to put it in once. If I put any formula in a spreadsheet, I start with an equal sign. Now a wise person told me do my editing here. So what do I want to do? Another way of writing side times side times side is side to the power of 3. But for the side, I'm going to click on that cell. That cell is called B2. You notice the letter comes first, and the letter dictates what column we're talking about. The number comes next, and the number relates to the row. So that's B2. Now, I want that to the power of 3. The power, this is hard to show. If you look at your keyboard above the 6, you'll see that symbol there. And then hit the 3. So what it's going to do, and nothing much very exciting is going to happen, is it's going to take whatever is in cell B2 and it's going to times it by itself 3 times. So if I hit return, I get that. Now, this is typical of Google Sheets. It says, oh, well, do you want to autofill that? Now, the answer is yes, but I'm going to say no in the short term this time and do it the slow way. So what it means by autofill is it's going to offer to do this. Let's just look at one cell. Now, if I look at that, the maths is correct, because 4 times 4 times 4 is 64, so that's reassuring. What if I go to the cell and I look at these two, you'll notice I put in B2 to the power of 3. When it did the autofill, it took the whole idea, shifted it down a row, so now it's B3. And that's where we got the 64 from. And so it's established a pattern in this row. I need those numbers, but I don't need to write the formula in more than once in practice, because I can autofill. And I can keep autofilling. These numbers are going to grow quite quickly. Okay, so it autofills with patterns. If you start them, give them 2 clear pieces of information. When it comes to making formulas, start them with an equals. Don't use the numbers. You'll notice I never put the 1 in. I put the location of the number I was interested in, and I use the cell. The advantage of using the cell, although I know 1 times 1 times 1 is 1, If I use the cell, then I can do the follow down and it'll recreate my formula with all these other numbers. And so by the time I get down to here, it's just taking B14, which is where the 37 lives, and timesing itself. So that's 37 times 37 times 37. So that's they're labour saving devices. Okay.